Why am I doing this project? I want my daughters to know who I am thankful for in my college career and was looking to capture a few plays and memories for my grandchildren. Coach Mike Farley had a tremendous influence on my life. Jim Kukta, who played for Coach Farley long after me, told me a story at Coach Farley's memorial service. He told me he asked Coach Farley one day who was the best player he ever coached, and he said Coach Farley told him Daryl Herrick. Coach never told me that, but coming from him is the greatest compliment I've ever received as a football player. My dad always brought toughness, work ethic, and a never-surrender attitude to life. I hope I have emulated that in my life. My brothers, Lean and Mike, were critical in my development. We made up and played our own games without pads, often was very physical. However, it was critical for me in my development as an athlete. Some plays in college that stood out for me. There were 3 consecutive plays with a kickoff actually in between against Platteville, where I covered 200 yards within minutes, a long pass play, an interception, and another long pass play. Another play was the long run of 94 yards against UW-Eau Claire while I was playing both ways the entire game. And of course, the 2 tough catches against UW-Whitewater. The toughest catch was the catch before the touchdown. I was hit by 2 players just when I caught the ball. They broke my chin strap, driving my face mask against my cheek, cutting it to the bone. But because it was 30 below, it hardly bled. Coach called a timeout while the trainer put a butterfly patch on my cheek, and I went back in the game. A couple of plays later, I caught the winning touchdown pass from John Page to upset nationally ranked Whitewater. It was one of 2 games my mom and dad came to during my college career. After the game, Mom and Dad took me to the emergency room for 8 stitches. I was fortunate to play after college for about 7 years and continued to play after knee, shoulder, and elbow surgeries, as I never wanted to finish my last year due to an injury. I was never outworked as a player, in practice, or a game, and Brittany, Morgan, and Megan all played the same way, always making me very proud. As they know, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Family, faith, and fortitude. I've been blessed. A special thanks to Mike Farley for all his work to provide me with these great memories. Mike, you far exceeded my expectations with this product, and I can't thank you enough. I hope you enjoy. Take care. This was probably one of the first games where I played both ways, defensive back and running back. That would have been my sophomore year. And I believe this is UW-Eau Claire. Because we had smaller defensive linemen, the defensive coaches had me come up from my secondary position to blitz a lot. This was the second longest run in the history of the university against UW-Eau Claire my sophomore year. junior year, I played wide receiver and running defensive back. That is Jan Stenerud, Hall of Fame kicker. In college, in addition to playing both ways, I returned punts and kickoffs. Missed a tackle and got up and got in on the second one. As it notes, it's a horse collar, which is now illegal. There's an example of why I had to blitz. This looks like UW Whitewater. This might have been the opening kickoff. Again, coming up to the line of scrimmage. This is one of the most interesting for me. An 83-yard touchdown pass from John Page against an all-conference defensive back. And then I was the safety on the kickoff team. And on the very first play, I intercept the ball. And on the very next offensive place, I run a post corner, but get knocked out of bounds 2 yards short. Bitter cold day, we upset a nationally ranked team, 30 below with the wind chill factor. In one of two games my dad came to during my college career. This was the toughest catch I ever had to make. Caught the ball, got cut in my cheekbone, for about 8 stitches after the game, but it hardly bled because it was so cold. And this was the touchdown pass to beat nationally ranked Whitewater. A great throw from John Page.
And then 1971 comes around, and again, you're changing philosophies and you're using personnel, and you're still undermanned, I'm guessing, and you get up and play Whitewater late in the year, and maybe makes a huge difference in the program.
Huge game. That's I think for me, a turnaround game for River Falls, at least for me, for sure. We play, I think the chill factor was 30 below. The wind is blowing from the west to the east hard, right into the Whitewater sideline and our back. So we're standing there with the parkas on, and it's not too bad, but if you were over on the Whitewater side, it's brutal. It's brutal. We play them, I think it's a tie ball game. No, let's see, maybe they might have been ahead 9-7 in the game, and we're out there on the field, and I think it's in the fourth quarter late, and John Page is our quarterback, a guy that's came right out of River Falls High School playing for us, and a young freshman, and we play against this Whitewater team that I think they were ranked in the top 10 in the country at the time, and John Page drops back and throws this beautiful pass to our wide receiver, Daryl Herrick. Herrick was a great receiver, and to this day, as I recall it, he throws that pass. He would have thrown it right at the goal post because Herrick catches it over on the corner of the wind blows it. It's like the hand of God had a little something to do with this. And we score and beat them 14-9. And from then on at River Falls, I think most of our players believed, yep, we can do it.
This was a play, it was a scramble. I hit this guy so hard, I had a blood snot bubble coming out of my nose. The only thing that saved me is I knocked him out, and they had to take time for him, which allowed me to recover. Again, this is when we chose to blitz to make teams one-dimensional by trying to stop the run. This was Superior my senior year. That was the winning touchdown. The other touchdown we scored in the game was a pass to Stan Zwiefel, now the head football coach at the University of Dubuque. show these to John Page for missing me when I'm wide open. Actually, John was one of the most underrated quarterbacks and players I ever played with. Missed tackle. I want to thank Mike Farley Jr. for including these missed plays. Tried to run a reverse, defensive end blew it up. I remember intercepting this, running, dropping it, and having to recover my own fumble. Accidentally caught his face mask and he lost his helmet. I remember after that game, after playing defensive back and the run, being very, very tired. This was an article in the school newspaper. I played for one of the best coaches ever to coach the game, and Coach Mike Farley. A great influence in my life. Great bunch of seniors my last year. Hall of Fame was a powerful, powerful moment for me as I got to thank my mom and dad for everything they had done for me. Not just football, but getting a college degree. Always proud to be from the metropolis of Jump River, Wisconsin. Coach Farley and I at my Hall of Fame induction. John O'Grady was the head coach the year I was inducted. Morgan and Megan. I was blessed to have the opportunity to continue my career after college. This is the sheet that Coach Farley sent to every NFL team. I was fortunate to be signed by the Cleveland Browns, and one of the assistant coaches, Fran Polsfoot, was actually an assistant coach at that time. He was the wide receiver coach for the Cleveland Browns. the number I had with the Browns. Walt Sumner wore it before me. After the NFL career was shortened, I played against many great players in the Central States Football League. That's the year I was playing for Delavan Red Devils. My first full year in the league, I was the most valuable player of the league defensively. After my year in West Allis, I went and played in the Shreveport, Louisiana team, Shreveport Steamer. That's a picture that's still in the head coach's football office.